But we're going to begin with our breaking news, and we're starting on the Upper East Side, where officers say they shot at a suspect who opened fire on them.
Sonia Rincon live there, where we just got an update from the cops. Sonia, what do we know at this hour?
Yeah, we just got a briefing from the NYPD's Chief of Patrol, and I want to show you the scene right behind me. This is where police opened fire on a young man at about 7:20 this evening. This started about 20 minutes earlier, about 10 or 15 blocks further north on Madison Avenue. This young man apparently was in an elevator in a residential building and pointed a gun at somebody in the elevator and claimed later on at a deli across the street a few minutes later that he was going to shoot up the hospital, meaning Mount Sinai Hospital, which is there close to 107th and Madison Avenue. Police say he then went into the hospital without his gun. He left it outside and spoke to a security officer who was actually an off-duty NYPD officer working paid detail at the hospital. He allegedly told that off-duty officer who was working at the hospital that he had a gun, and that officer then tried to apprehend him. There was a struggle. He got away. Then this young man apparently walked down Madison Avenue, where 19th Precinct NYPD officers saw him right here between East 95th and 96th Streets on Madison Avenue. And without a word, police say this young man opened fire. He had retrieved his gun from outside the hospital, and he had it with him, and he opened fire on the officers that he saw there. They returned fire, and shortly thereafter, he was pronounced dead. You can see there are lots of shell casings on the ground where this exchange of gunfire happened, apparently without any words. That police say that he opened fire on the officers right away as soon as he saw them. And we did just hear from the NYPD's Chief of Patrol, Philip Rivera, about just what a dangerous situation this was.
This situation could have turned out differently. An individual walked into multiple locations with a gun, menaced multiple people with that gun, and then shot at our officers in the middle of a busy sidewalk with civilians in close proximity. Every day, our officers put on their uniforms and they encounter dangerous situations across this city. But it's another kind of danger when someone goes into a deli and a hospital with a gun and opens fire directly at the NYPD.
And we did speak with some of those civilians in close proximity, including a worker at a Starbucks across the street who described seeing a gun and then hearing the shots fired. And she told us what she heard, or what she did, and she and other workers did as soon as they heard those shots fired.
Trying to help whoever was coming in the store to, keep them safe.
You guys received training that you got to cover for safety.
Yeah, when that happens, we have to lock the door, go to the bag, make sure all our customers are safe, and then if there's anybody else outside, try to get them into safety. It seemed like a police officer was having a scuffle with somebody, should tell them to stop.
Yeah, this was a 20-year-old young man. We have not learned his identity yet, and he did apparently show signs of being emotionally disturbed based on the series of events here, but he had no history with the police, no arrests. They did recover a gun, but they are still looking for clues here, and they are still looking for answers as to what set off this young man. We're live on the Upper East Side. Sonia Rincon, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.